Hi, everybody. Sam here. Hope you're having a great day wherever you're at in the world today. I am so excited to be here with Clary for a micro interview. If you've been around for a while, you know how these go. If you have just found us, we're so glad that you have found us. If you are looking to create a life you love one choice at a time, it starts right now with our micro interview with Clary. So, Clary, I'm so glad you're here. If you could share your tip, thought, or piece of advice with us, then we'll have just a little bit of a rumble session after that, and we'll dig in a little bit more. So, take it away.
All right. So, hey, thanks. I'm Clary from Work It Lady podcast. And my tip that I like to share with every woman is, did you know that there is one little thing that you could eat every day that will literally transform your health and reduce your cancer risk? And I sometimes I like people to try to guess at it, but it's super easy. It's a green apple. And the reason green apples are so good for this is because the polyphenols in green apples are especially good for reducing inflammation and preventing oxidative stress. It is also good because the green apples are high in fiber, low in sugar. So if you're pre-diabetic or diabetic already, usually people can tolerate those green apples, but make sure you speak with your doctor first if you have any comorbidities, okay? And it's just a great preventative. Now, well, if I really want people to eat the green apple, us ladies, I hit them with this one also, which is another benefit, is green apples will keep you looking younger. Green apples have some of the same key ingredients as retinols, okay? And so you're now going to be getting your retinol dosage internally and having that seep out through the skin. So eat those green apples for your beauty to look good, and plus it's gonna help you on the inside, and it's a very good daily gentle liver detox. So if you got fatty liver disease, it is going to help you cut through that and get back to a healthy functioning liver, which is key for your health. Hmm.
Wow, that's so good. I didn't know all that about a simple green apple. Who would have
Green
thought?
apple. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And so I think what I want to do is get some green apples, and can you like put them all over your body for the younger thing? Does that work?
You
Does
can
that
do
work?
that too. Maybe a green apple facial, put some slices on. That might be an experiment I'll do, you know?
We may need to do that, do some before and after pictures. I'll be
Yeah.
a model. I'll be a model. Well,
There
Claire,
we
yeah, that's
go.
so good. So it's just a reminder to me that having better health doesn't have to be super complicated, and it doesn't have to cost a lot.
And that is really what I want to share with women. You know, my mission is to help women from limited backgrounds. So that is the background that I'm from. Half of my life, my mom was a single parent. She also was in an abusive relationship. And so there's a lot of, if you look at the statistics, most of us who are having health problems are also having these emotional problems and abuse as well. And so, where the reason I want to help people who are in low income brackets, especially, is because the people who are rich can easily afford to get help. You know, you can go out and spend $2,000 a month on a personal trainer and somebody to be right there with you and tell you what to eat and what to do and da 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 da. There's people out there for them. That is not my mission. My mission is to help people, women and children, especially from these backgrounds, all different ages, okay, all different walks of life, but who have this key component in common because we're the ones who are suffering with our health the most. And a lot of us are passing away. I've had multiple people in my family pass away from things that they did not have to pass away from. If they had just that little bit of knowledge, if they had just that little bit of care, the outcome might have been different from them. And what I found interesting one time, I will never forget, and I wish I could remember her name, but she's a great motivational speaker. And she shared once in one of her YouTube podcasts, she said, you know, people who get into doing health work or social work or, you know, therapy or anything where they're giving back and helping, people who want to give back, usually they are trying to save someone that they could not save. And sometimes it's themselves, and they were able to save themselves and they made this transition and they want to share that with other people. But sometimes it's people that they lost. And now, they want to say, "Hey, I lost that person. They didn't have to die. How can I help other people not end up that way?" And so, yes, that is partly, it was like an aha moment for me. And I was like, wow, that I didn't realize that's what I was doing, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true and so good. And most of the women that I talk to that are coaches and I ask them for their superhero origin story, it comes from they're doing what they're doing because of something that happened to them or to someone they know. And so
Hmm.
you're very much on point. And, you know, I love what you're doing, trying to give back and help with the communities that maybe can't afford it. Safe Heart Connections has a really diverse group of women. Some of them are just on the beginning of this self-love journey. Some have been on it for a while. Some may be in that situation like you're talking about, lower income, or still even in abuse situations. I know there's some women that I've been messaging with privately that are still stuck and they're trying to figure out how to get out and to do what they need to do. And then there's some entrepreneurs and coaches like you and I that are, we're doing our thing and still there's more to learn and to do and to be. And so I'm a big believer that I really want Safe Heart Connections, the base of the community, to be free for any woman that wants to come in and to learn how to create a life she loves, one choice at a time. And so I'm very honored to have you on our show today, Clary. You have any final thoughts before we wrap up today?
No, I would just say thank you so much for doing the work that you do. I think as women, especially women who are in, maybe underserved communities, low income, or they just have a lot of stress, they have a lot of challenges, they have a lot of trauma. Get intentional about the content that you engage with. I know that a lot of the things that are out there on YouTube are entertainment. Everybody's watching, this celebrity, this or that or whatever. But pay attention more to people like Safe Heart Connections that is trying to do something that is helpful and good, or even other people, if they have a health podcast, if they have whatever it is, try to engage more with content that is actually helpful and meaningful. And that is how my journey began, was realizing that I need to not just be going online to be entertained. I need to go online for help because I don't have the money. I didn't have the money to spend $200 a month on a therapist, to listen, at that time in my life. So if you don't have that, you really need to turn your attention and join. I know that you mentioned you have a group that women can join. Join her group, listen to other creators that are doing things and providing spaces for help and engage with that. That's going to be your starting point until you get to the point where you have money to spend on all this other stuff. That would be my encouragement.
Wow, thank you so much. And thanks for the plug. Thank you, Claire. I can't wait to get you, I can't wait to share this out to our women in the community and on social media. I'll make sure that wherever they're watching or listening, they'll be able to click through to learn about your podcast and on everything you have on social media. And it was a pleasure to get to chat with you today.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.